censored you or something. I can't hear you now.
You should be able to hear us now because I'm starting the broadcast, and I'm going to bring you in a second. We're going to bring our special guest here in just 1 second. But Jerry, we are back live. It's 10:15 here in San Antonio.
Yeah. Okay. Woo.
I know you were like debating that factual statement that I just made.
No, I was trying to figure out which way to go with it. I was trying to, like philosophical, mellow, introspective. No, let's just get loud and clap about it. That's what I'm doing.
Jerry, are you a big sports fan?
It depends on the day.
Are you a football fan?
Ish.
Are you a basketball fan?
Yes, I like basketball.
Jerry, what basketball team do you root for?
Where are we?
Answer the question.
Is this Houston?
Answer the question.
The Spurs.
Tonight there was supposed to be a Spurs game, wasn't there?
Well, no.
September 10th?
No. Originally there was supposed to be a Spurs game on March 26th.
Gotcha.
Which was the original date.
Well, if the Spurs were in the Western Conference semifinals, then they would have been on tonight too. That would have worked for us too, I think.
Would they have been playing in the Epcot Center NBA bubble?
They would have been in Orlando. But you know what, Jerry?
Is it now the National Bubble Association?
The National Bubble Association.
I'm just saying.
Unfortunately, Coach Pop is back here in San Antonio. It's getting late. We're at the loopy stage. We're at the Purple Cup hour.
I'm just saying it takes a real man to drink from a fuchsia cup. 2020,
and we've got an extremely special guest here that I want to bring in. You guys may know him. Of course you know him. His name is SPURS Jesus.
You Spurs Jesus, what's up?
What's up?
Welcome to the broadcast, my friend. It's so great to see you. You look great.
Hey, it's great to see you guys. Great to be a part of the broadcast. Wish we were part of the bubble, but we'll just make it.
It happens.
We've got the big give bubble here. Jerry and I are the last two standing in the the NBA Finals bubble. Yeah, we're
everybody else they're like, no, we're done. We're out of the bubble. We're going to bed.
Pre-sunrise to way post sundown. Let's do a little quick cheers here. I know cheers, Spurs Jesus. To a great Big Give 2020.
Yeah. Way to go, guys, on putting in all the hard work today.
Yeah, thank you. Where did we look to see? Oh, I can't.
So Spurs Jesus, if you guys don't know him, you're watching at home from around the country, around the world. This guy's an icon in the San Antonio space. Why don't we let you introduce yourself, SJ, before we let you make this big announcement?
Well, I'm Spurs Jesus, San Antonio Spurs super fan, a local celebrity, and philanthropist. I host a podcast called the Countdown City Podcast, and you can find me on all the social medias at Spurs Jesus on Instagram. And normally, when we're not in the middle of the pandemic, you can see me at the local San Antonio event, and of course at all the Spurs games. So that's me in a nutshell.
And SJ, so I'm from New York. I live in South Carolina. Yep. I came to San Antonio in November 2018 in advance of the Big Give 2019. And when I got here, all I could hear about from the TNC team was this guy, Spurs Jesus. Of course, the Spurs are a huge thing here in San Antonio. Even now, out of the bubble, unfortunately, didn't make it through into the playoffs, but
out of bubble, but not out of mind, we say, Chris.
But
that's right.
SJ, this gives us a really great opportunity because the one thing that the team here told me about Spurs Jesus is this guy is really all about supporting the community and specifically the nonprofit community. So talk about why the nonprofit community in San Antonio is so important to you.
There was a time in, I don't know, let's say 10, 15 years ago that I kind of had, let's just call it a come to Jesus moment for funds and all that, where I realized that I wanted to leave my mark on the world as positively as I could. That way when I'm gone, I'm not just remembered and the legend lives on, and for all the right reasons. You know what I mean? Selfishly, I want my mark on the world to be, one that is remembered for generations on, not because of that guy was crazy and he dressed up like Jesus, but because it was how much of an impact he left on the community in a positive way, how much he went out of his way to change the world for those, in the future, and did everything he could to, like I said, make this place better in every possible way we can. Also, years later, now I have a son who's almost 2 years old, and that message and that, I guess, mindset is even more important now, to make sure that I'm being a positive example for not just him, but, the rest of our community here and beyond. So that's kind of why helping out the nonprofit world really called out to me.
Yeah, and Jerry, I think that there's really no better day in Bexar County, in the South Central Texas area, that we can celebrate the nonprofits than the Big Give year after year after year.
If there is, I don't know about it.
And of course, Spurs Jesus, we talked back in in February, March, how we would have loved to have you here. And, hopefully next year we'll be able to get you back, as SJ is centering his video like a true pro.
Yeah, he's
this
not
guy
new.
knows how to work a live stream here. We would have loved to have you here in studio, but it's so great that you're able to join us. And we're going to have you announce that prize that you referenced on your Instagram story that we referenced earlier. Now, unless you have information that I don't have yet, we don't have that prize winner quite yet.
We don't know
so
who that
we're going
was.
to keep chatting with SJ.
I'm hoping that the reason we don't have the prize winner yet is because there were so many donations.
Yeah,
that they're having to do a lot of filtering.
They're having to break out the bigger calculator to figure it out.
If they're using a calculator, we have bigger problems.
She's in there with counting the beans in the office, is Money Mercedes. So, Spurs Jesus, I'm going to text you the winner of the prize as soon as I get it, and then we'll set you up nicely to make that big announcement. Of course, the prize. Why don't you describe the prize, Jerry, as to what people can win?
It's a super sweet Spurs package prize. 2 tickets in the SWBC box for a future game, non-specified because we don't know. A signed Tony Parker jersey, a night at the St. Anthony Hotel, which I will remind you how much you love the St. Anthony Hotel.
I love the St. Anthony Hotel, and I have a feeling that Spurs Jesus loves Tony Parker.
Yeah, so I love the St. Anthony too, man. The St. Anthony and I go way back.
See, maybe Spurs Jesus has the biggest donation. You don't know.
Yeah, dude, Spurs Jesus.
That would be really funny.
And did we disqualify Spurs Jesus from winning this prize?
No, we did not.
Because we're gonna let him announce it. No matter what name I text him, he's gonna be like, "Congratulations, this guy."
And you know what? If he did donate, he should put it in Spurs Jesus.
Wait, I'm not here. I'm not you guys wanting me on it.
Yeah, he thought we were bringing him on as he was the winner of the prize. Like, congratulations.
I'm just saying, man. You could be. We don't know.
Could be.
2020 could get weirder, so I'll take it.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, I saw it. Somebody sent me a graphic, just a little meme last week, and it was a picture of somebody with a gremlin, like, moving it towards the fountain, and it said, "Let's get September started, should we?"
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like, that's all we're missing is basically just like a gremlin invasion.
And the orb that's over your shoulder.
The orb.
Yeah.
That thing's sweet.
Spurs Jesus, as I tread water here on the stream, I really do apologize that we don't have this winner yet, but this is how it's supposed to work. We're supposed to make the people want to hear that winner.
I feel like we're entertaining still.
So, Spurs Jesus, tell me what makes the Spurs such an important aspect of the San Antonio community, and secondarily, who is your favorite Spur of all time?
Well, the San Antonio community literally is silver and black. We unfortunately and fortunately, however you want to look at it, the Spurs are all we got. And I mean, it's not that's a great thing. We love our team. We've been blessed with a very unique kind of fairy tale kind of team with players who have lasted, spent their entire careers with the Spurs, which normally doesn't happen in Major League sports and especially the NBA. We've got a coach who's been our coach for a long, long time, and we've set many, many records for being the most winningest team of all time, and blah 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 blah. 17, or 22 plus years, excuse me, in the postseason, and the list goes on and on. 5 championships, and all that stuff. So I can keep on talking all about how important the Spurs are, but it's more magnified and focused here in San Antonio because we don't have an NFL team, we don't have a Major League Baseball team, we don't have a Major League Soccer team. So everything that we do is around the Spurs. And again, like I said, we've had since 1999 through the 2000s, and then won again in 2014. We've been blessed with 5 championships and many Hall of Famers and some of the greatest basketball players of all time. So that's why I think we've got such a connection with the team. And then there's also been the culture of the fact that the Spurs, are the kind of this home. I don't know how to explain it. It's this very humble team, not showboaty. It just blends perfectly with the San Antonio kind of culture mindset and community. So, question number 2, favorite Spur of all time? Man, that's really hard for me to say. That's like saying, what's your favorite ice cream? I don't know. I like them all. David Robinson was my favorite basketball player for a long time. Now that Tim Duncan is retired, I got to say Tim is up there too.
I was going to say it's got to be the big fundamental, right? I mean,
yeah. I love Timmy, but for me, I would say it's like a 4-way. It's like, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker.
So, for someone who is in the running for this prize, a Tony Parker signed jersey, that's a pretty legit gift. I mean, you don't just come across a Tony Parker signed jersey every day. And that's on top of the tickets, the St. Anthony stay. Like this prize, Jerry, this is no joke.
Well, we didn't really mean it to be a joke.
Yeah, like this is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody took this as a joke, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, and obviously we can't wait.
Add a cherry on top, Tony. That jersey was retired last year, so that's even a bigger deal. That's a retired hanging in the rafters, autographed jersey right there.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jerry, wasn't the big give last year on like Tony Parker jersey retirement night?
No, it was no.
Or was it Manu? It might have been Manu Ginobili.
Spurs Jesus, no. Well, he came on. He did a short promo for us on March 28th last year, from your ride.
Yeah,
that was nice.
It
was Ginobili. It was Ginobili jersey retirement night.
So, Spurs Jesus, maybe you just saw my text.
I did.
Okay, so we've got the big news here.
Do we have a winner?
We do have a winner.
Is it Molly?
We also have another special guest lined up here after Spurs Jesus takes off. So we've got Melia muted. She's coming up next. But Spurs Jesus, I'm going to throw the floor to you. You can announce this in the most dramatic way possible.
All right.
And we actually, the organization that was donated to, we actually interviewed them before.
Dropping a little hint.
So if you want to go back and check out that live stream, you can see this organization's interview from 5:10 p.m. Central Time before. But Spurs Jesus, we should have brought a little drum set to do a little rock and roll thing. Let's throw the floor to SJ. Who is the winner of our big, what do we call this prize, Jerry?
The big game night.
The big game night
The game
prize.
night package. The game night package. The winner of 2 private box suites in the SWBC suite for a future Spurs game. A one-night stay at the luxury St. Anthony Hotel And the cherry on top, the autographed Tony Parker jersey. By the way, we're going to mention this. It is a stock full bar. You got all the catering, you got all the grubs in there. It's going to be an amazing time. The winner is none other than Brenda Chapman from New Braunfels.
Hey, Brenda! Way to go, Brenda Chapman from New Braunfels. We are so happy for you, Brenda. Congratulations.
And who was the agency?
The SJRC.
Awesome. Good for them.
SJRC picked. I don't know the amount of the donation.
I was going to say, do we know where the break was?
Do we know?
Like if I had donated $911 instead of $910, would that have made a difference?
I'm finding out from Scott whether or not we can.
Maybe we won't tell.
Disclose the figure.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't matter.
But Brenda Chapman, congratulations. I hope Brenda is watching. So Brenda, way to go.
Nice graphics too. Wait, nice
Yeah, I got Brenda's name up there. That's nice, right? So, Spurs
it's almost
Jesus,
like you've done this before.
Almost like I've done this before. SJ, we really want to say thank you so much for your taking some time tonight to join us. It's really been a pleasure to see you here on the stream, and thank you for your continued support. We know that you've got a flock of fans that are thirsty for Spurs basketball, but if we can't have the actual Spurs, we've still got Spurs Jesus, and we're counting down, I'm sure, to that NBA season. Probably start. What have they announced that yet? December?
I saw they announced today that the NBA 2021 season will not start until after Christmas at least. So
after Christmas at least.
So we'll see.
Everything's weird.
Yeah.
Everything's weird, but at least San Antonio, we've got Spurs Jesus. Thank you so much for taking the time. Give my best to the family as well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll be in touch.
September 23rd of next year, Spurs Jesus.
Hey, count me in, and hopefully, like I said, all this COVID nonsense will be over with, and I can be hanging out there with you guys live in the studio. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for thinking of me and having me on and making me of this great big deal. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, man. Have a great night.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon. Thank you again for your time. That was Spurs Jesus.
Everybody likes to have Spurs Jesus on the show. I mean, actually, I don't know how many people have had Spurs Jesus on. Are we the only ones? I mean, maybe a couple other people.
I can promise you that this was the only giving day that Spurs Jesus has ever appeared at.
This week.
You think he's like the Giving Day pro?
Well, no. I mean, I think probably we are. I can't speak for Spurs Jesus, but I would say the odds of him having done another Giving Day are probably not super high. Because
no. But you know who has
Spurs
done
Jesus.
You know who has done another Giving Day, Jerry?
Molly.
And would you look at that? Look who it is.
It's Molly.
It is our friend Molly Melia from the Community Foundation of Louisville. Molly, can you hear us?
I can't hear Molly. Emergency.
Did Molly mute her mic?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Molly was muted.
I don't know how you top Spurs Jesus, though.
Well, you're not supposed to top Spurs Jesus. You're just
Spurs Jesus opened for you, Molly.
Oh, thank you.
You're in parallel with Spurs Jesus.
So, Molly,
that's an accomplishment.
Molly, it's great to see you. Molly, of course, is preparing for her own Giving Day next week.
Yeah, I promised to call her from a hammock in my backyard with a fruity drink and remind her that we're done.
So,
hey, well, I'm in sort of like my comfy clothes, and I'll get to go to bed sooner than you today, Jerry. So I feel like
by quite a bit, and you're an hour ahead of me too. So that's unfortunate all the way around.
I want to hear. So Molly, before we tell everybody where Molly is from, I want to hear Jerry pronounce the city that Molly is in.
Louisville. Louisville.
How did he do, Molly?
Well, everybody says it a little differently, but I think he did pretty well.
But that was my pronunciation of Louisville with New Jersey accent.
So I'm a native New Yorker. I moved to Louisville in 2016 for a job with Humana, and that's actually where I met Molly for the first time.
True?
Yeah, and when I got to Louisville, I did a Snapchat story or an Instagram story, and I was like, "Welcome to Louisville, Kentucky."
Oh.
And all my friends in Louisville were like, "What are you talking about?
Did they run you out of town?
What city are you in?" I learned in 7 months of living there, Molly, that the best way to pronounce the word Louisville is to just kind of like give up halfway through. Like you're trying to say it,
Louisville.
and then it's just, you're in Louisville. Right?
Well, no, that sounds like you're hungover.
The more you drop the l, the more Louisvillian you sound. I hope I'm not. I'm totally.
Look, Molly doesn't. Molly was so offended by your comment that she froze solid.
Molly is just smiling big at us now. I'm sure she'll be back here moments, or she was super offended and she turned her Wi-Fi off.
That's what I'm saying. She's just like, nope, done.
So
with
we'll
you.
get Molly to refresh here. Jerry,
yeah.
Give for Good Louisville traditionally has always been in the middle of September.
I believe that's true.
And the Big Give has always traditionally been near the end of March.
Yet never in September.
Never been in September. So
But
we'll get Molly back here in just 1 second. But talk to me about what it's like doing a Giving Day in September. How different has it been here in the fall?
It's warmer.
Not today. It wasn't.
No, not today. It was especially in this meat locker. I mean, this is a beautiful
it was
space.
So cold.
But we
today.
are. I mean, for those of you who haven't seen where we're sitting, and that's pretty much everybody except for us, we're right in front of the main HVAC area. So all of the air circulation for this entire office building is going through right in front of us. I mean, it was chilly. I needed Molly's blanket sweatshirt thing to try to keep me warm. I was cold.
So Molly, we've got Molly back. Molly, can you still hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now. I think I had bad internet connection in that other room, so I moved.
I think your cat might have chewed up the Ethernet cable. That's probably what happened.
It's very possible.
It's very, very possible. So Molly, tell us quickly about Give for Good Louisville and
Louisville.
You know, how has Give for Good Louisville really progressed? This will be what, your fourth Give for Good Louisville? Is that right? Fourth, fifth?
This is my fifth Give for Good.
Your fifth.
My fifth. So the community of Louisville has been hosting our Giving Day since 2014. So this is our 7th year. And we're exactly 1 week away, so just a week after the Big Give. And we also work with GiveGab, and we are very similar. So we collaborate with the team at the Big Give, throughout the year, because very similar to ourselves, sister Giving Days to you all. We've got about 500 organizations participating in our day as well next week. And we're really excited. It's, of course, been a really odd and challenging year, but, we've got some nonprofits who have really stepped up in our community, and we know that everyone is ready to support those organizations that are continuing to make our city great even during this time.
And so we know, Molly, we want to say thank you for jumping in. Obviously, the week before a Giving Day is a super busy time, and we're keeping Molly awake. So, Jan, if you're watching...
Molly is a night owl. We talked about this.
Molly is, in fact, a night owl, so she's all right. She's probably got 2 more Marvel movies to watch tonight before she falls asleep.
Well, as long as you don't schedule a Zoom meeting at 9 a.m. with her.
Yeah.
So,
hey, there are all kinds of people in the world, and some people just thrive at night. So I love watching the ticker of yours go up at night, because I'm like, those are my people. Like, everyone who's watching this right now, they're ready, and they waited and mulled over who they're going to give to all day, and they're getting those last minute gifts in, and that's really important.
I have a gift basket full of donations. I'm just ready to go.
He's waiting for that match minute.
That's me.
I am.
Oh, yes. Love those match minutes.
You know what's funny? A funny story, because it's 10:40 at night, and why wouldn't I tell personal stories that nobody cares about? But I used to be a super night owl. Like I was a hardcore, like, stay up all night. It's when I did my best work. I was the most creative. 4 a.m. was like typical bedtime for me. I don't know what happened. My biology just flip-flopped, and now I'm in bed by 9 o'clock normally, and I am up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm loving that too. So I've kind of, I don't know, I'm like a scheduled Buddha, right? I've done it on like, I've done both ways. So.
Yeah, we had a big lunch yesterday, and Jerry was like, I'm going to be asleep by 8 o'clock tonight. So
I tried. I tried.
We did
really
the best
hard.
we could. I did want to touch on something that you said a moment ago, Molly, about the camaraderie, and this was really the big reason that I wanted to bring you on. I know that you and Jerry got a chance to hang out at the GiveGab, the virtual forum this year, and the actual forum.
So much fun
last year in Ithaca. One of my favorite pictures that I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, Molly and I are full on anchoring that picture.
The group photo from the 2019 GiveGab leadership. I should find that photo while you guys talk about it. But it's
on their site.
50 GiveGab Giving Day leaders, and there's Jerry and Molly standing in the middle cheersing, and nobody else has a drink in there. It's hilarious. And
the best thing was we didn't even plan it.
No, nobody got the memo except for Molly and Jerry. So, Molly, serious question for you. Talk about the importance of connecting with other giving days around the country and learning from what other giving days are doing, because a lot of the people that are watching this could benefit from hearing that. A lot of the nonprofits that are watching can benefit from this as well, connecting with their sister organizations in other states or in other regions. And I know that both Jerry and Molly have benefited from learning from each other and from other giving days around the country as well. Is that right, Molly?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's so crucial to have partners who are going through a similar but different experience with their giving days. Our partnership with the Big Give has been so great because we share ideas for prizes. We share, nonprofits that are doing well. And I know in Louisville, I share organization pages from the Big Give's website for our Louisville organizations all the time to say, look who has a really great profile here. What can you learn from them? And there's always something new to chat about. There's always strategy to talk about. There's always ways that we can improve things for our nonprofits and our donors. And having somebody to bounce those ideas off, because this is such a unique situation. It's 24 hours, and we both our teams, I know, work so hard year to year to continue to improve the experience for everyone involved, and to be creative and innovative, and to keep the momentum going with Giving Days. And this year, it's been hard to collaborate and do that, but we're so fortunate to still be able to collaborate and share ideas. And Chris, you've worked with us for a long time, and now to see all that you get to do with the Big Give, and then we get to mimic some of what the Big Give does, and they mimic some of what we do. It's really awesome.
We prefer to refer to it as stealing your best ideas.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Jerry is being half sarcastic, but that is what happens. I think
that happens throughout the Giving Day,
and that's what should happen.
Ecosystem, right?
Yeah, that's why the GiveGab forum exists, and
none of us are scared or hesitant to share our quote secrets with people. What I love the most about this kind of Giving Day community is we will share everything we know about something so that somebody can do it even better than we've done it. We did match minutes for the first time last year, and we shared so much of what we learned and how we would tweak it and do it different. And you all got to take what we had learned so you could employ it really well. And that's something that's so important. And I tell our nonprofits, even between each other, share what you learn, because we're all in this together.
Yeah, and I think, again, I hope that everybody watching at home has been keeping an eye on the hashtags as well. Big Give 2020, of course, is the hashtag for today. And, next week, if you want to take Molly's advice and watch what's happening in Louisville, facebook.com/CF Louisville. Yes, CF Louisville.
You say it like you have something in your mouth.
Louisville.
Louisville.
Do I have something in my mouth?
That's
Louisville.
right. Okay.
Next week it'll be an old fashioned.
What Actually, that sounds good.
Doesn't it sound good?
Nobody knows how to make a good old fashioned.
Why do you think I like Give for Good Louisville? It's the old fashioned capital of the world. But in all seriousness, the nonprofit communities in both of these cities are just tremendous. I am the luckiest guy in the world with the job that I get to do, working with this guy to my left and this young lady here in the Hollywood Square below me. Jerry, what do you think? I think next week I might have to send you a Switcher Studio link to jump in and chat with.
I'll pop in. I'll be in a
Molly.
hammock in the backyard with a fruity drink.
We welcome you anytime.
Or maybe just from the pool. Chris broadcast from the pool last year for our Giving Day.
They made me broadcast from the pool.
I don't believe that's true.
I know, and then you told me I got it in the pool.
I don't think we forced you to do anything.
It was a nice pool. If we got in the pool today, I'd catch hypothermia.
Oh yeah, there's no pooling today.
So cold here in San Antonio, and Molly's saying it's so hot in Louisville today. That's why I got the pepper.
This is completely abnormal for this time of year.
Yeah, I asked Siri this morning how cold it was, and she's like, it's 57 degrees, and I was like, are you?
Yeah, no, this is an.
Are you on drugs? Like what? 57 degrees? Like that's not okay here in Texas.
I don't think Siri can make stuff exaggerate. They haven't built that into the algorithm
unless
yet.
Spurs Jesus
Sarcasm.
stole my phone and programmed it to mess with me.
Ooh,
That's
should have Spurs Jesus on as one of the options for voices and search results.
That would be good. Yeah, I had Batman as my Waze. Yeah.
Be like, hey, Spurs Jesus, what's the temperature today? Tony Parker is a great Spurs player. No, wait. Just everything. Every single answer has something to do with the Spurs, no matter what you ask.
This
is brilliant.
I would assume that's how things work in San
They
Antonio.
should have a Spurs Jesus app.
We'll get him back on the phone here.
We'll work on that. Okay.
I think you guys need a Molly app too. I mean, you guys love you some Molly and some Larissa. So if you get the two of them on together,
maybe we should just have a reality TV show with all of these characters.
That's my life. That's my life.
Kind of like Parks and Rec. I mean, we're funny, right?
Molly, we'll get you out on this.
I think people would tune in to see our lives, Jerry.
I agree.
I think we should be together. Maybe they should film a series when we're at the Give Dev Forum next year.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we could.
We can have some shenanigans.
We're gonna keep this alive.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
This idea has some legs, I think.
Molly, I'm gonna get you out on this question. You referenced that I joked the other day. Ain't no tired like a giving day tired or a post giving day tired. You're probably seeing some of that in me and Jerry right now. Talk about how much work really goes into creating a giving day. And again, it's different. I just want to differentiate here. What I do running these videos and stuff throughout the day is like a tiny fraction of what actually goes into creating a giving day. So when you guys see me on the videos all day long and you're like, oh, Chris, man, you put in all this hard work, blah, 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 blah. No. Molly is pulling a tractor on her shoulders for months, and especially in the week and then on the giving day. So just talk about the work that goes in from a community foundation perspective to make a giving day happen.
Well, it's so interesting because yes, we love to brag and be like, we did this and look at this great fancy number and all these people that we helped, but at the same time, I think all of us, and I know the Big Give team as well, we do this so humbly and we work and we do so much that people don't see to make sure that these days can continue to happen year after year. And so while this moment is 24 hours for donors and it's a couple months or weeks lead up for nonprofits depending on their capacity, this is a year-long labor of love for the Big Give team and for the Community Foundation team. We work to make sure that we can constantly enhance everything that's done on the back end of the platform to make sure that the donor experience is smoother. to train these organizations year after year of how to fundraise better and adapt to online fundraising, because so much is changing technology wise, and how you speak and communicate with people. So it's so much. There's so many nitty gritty little details. But we're all nerds about it and we love it. And this day is just such a snapshot of that moment in time. And it's such a celebration of what this whole year of work culminates to. But it's so much. And again, I say it, we all do it out of love, and we do it humbly, and we do it because we love the organizations that rally together during this day. And it's as much about us as it is about each individual organization that participates. And that's what makes this work so gratifying, and it makes the late nights and this Giving Day tired and what we call like the Giving Day, hangover after the fact so worth it. It's completely amazing, and there aren't really words to describe what being a part of a Giving Day like this is. I remember my first year afterwards, somebody hugged me and said, "Can you believe it?" And I said, "No, I still don't know what just happened." And we do it because we love it, and there's no way to describe the feeling that you get from seeing all of these organizations be supported and hearing each of their individual stories, just as you all have shared all day. I mean, some of them bring you to tears, some of them make you laugh, but people are changing lives with every dollar that they give. And it's a whole year that we put in to make this happen.
And now we know why you are so successful at what you do.
Molly, we're going to have a little bit of issues here with the mics. So if Scott says something, we're not really going to be able to hear him, but I wanted to get Scott Cam back up here just for a moment, because I know how much respect the two of you guys have for each other and the work that you guys do in your respective communities. So I know Scott wanted to maybe pop out. Scott, you want to say hi to Molly real quick? Let me just have my mic over here.
BTW, that's a great shot of Scott. That lighting is cool.
It is. You're glowing, Scott.
It's very mood lighting-ish.
It's
I like that. It's sort of, especially at going on 11 o'clock at night. I really like that softness. But Molly, I just walked in and heard you talking about the reasons we do this and the feelings we all get, and that really touches me, because we feel the same way. It's just incredible. And like you, 6 years ago, I would have not thought that we could do this and bring this much joy to nonprofits and support in the community, and the things that they are doing to make lives better here. And it's continuing, and we are thrilled that San Antonio and the Hill Country and New Braunfels and 15 counties in South Texas have really stepped up. I mean, every year, but this year, when we all were worried about what's happening right now, and yet people are still able to reach in and help support those nonprofits. And I'm going to go to bed tonight in a couple of 3 hours or so, and I'm going to go to bed really feeling good and waking up in the morning feeling spectacular about what the community did for our nonprofits today. And I can't thank my team enough, and Chris and you, Molly. The first time I visited you all 3 years ago, I think. Yeah. It opened my eyes, because, we are in a vacuum here, and when you go to another community to see their Giving Day in action, you are validated in what you're doing, and you're like, this is something bigger than us. This is national, and this is going on in hundreds of cities across the country and doing massive good for thousands of nonprofits. So I can go on, but I'm sorry you didn't get to come here today because of what's going on, but I promise you, fingers crossed, we will have you here next year. I know it'll be after your day, and it's going to be a little rough, but that's okay, because you can do it.
Yeah, Scott, I think
it is, and it's so great to learn from each other. And Scott, when you came, I know you got a totally different perspective. And I think that's such a testament to what nonprofits should do. And they should visit each other and continue to learn from each other. I think you have so much to learn from your peers.
I agree. And then you're going to be on just 1 second because I have a big announcement to make, which is another reason I came down here is we just tallied up our final toll for the Magic Minute. Yeah. So it's our final minute of the day. Yeah. So our match minutes have been 10,000. Our last minute will be at 11:15, 60 seconds or until this money runs out. We have $15,000 to give out this minute.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's to the support of sponsors who have come in and donated previously to the day and the week, to individual donations all day who have added to their gifts to help support this stretch pool to match potentially hundreds of nonprofit donations tonight. And again, that is just showing you the strength of this community, the fact that they will give to a nonprofit and give to the council to help give that money out to a nonprofit in need that is getting a donation during that 11:15 time period. So for all you donors and nonprofits, get the message out. Have people come in, before or after, but drive them to 11:15. And again, it's a quick 60 seconds, and the 10,000 has typically run out really quick in the past. So let's go for 15,000 and stretch that a little bit. I'm very pleased and very honored that the community helped us step up and raise that money.
Well, Scott, thank you for helping us break that news. We have just under 20 minutes until that match minute rolls in. So, and we've got 3 minutes until Molly hits midnight there in Louisville. So maybe we'll let Molly roll here. So Molly, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. And I will see you. I will see you in what, 5 days, four, whatever day it is. I don't even know what day it is.
5.
I try not to count this close to the gift.
I know.
I just roll with it.
I'll see you next week. And Scott, before I let this shot go, I do just want to say thank you to you both for allowing me to do what I do as the Giving Day guy. It started with, Kara and the young lady that you see here in the middle of the shot. And as I've said all night long, and I was talking off camera to Denise from Big Brothers Big Sisters a minute ago, life is about relationship building. And without Molly and Kara's help, I would never have met Scott. And without Armin's help, I would have never met Scott. And I just want to say, looking here, and I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at, or maybe you can here now that I turn this. What Scott was saying is really true about the importance of giving days on a national scale. And I think, Jerry, it's kind of fitting that it's metaphorically appropriate that the spotlight here is on Scott, and it's also it's antithetical to what Scott wants, because the day is not at all about the nonprofit council. It's not at all about the Giving Day guy. It's not at all about the hats and the shirts and the masks and the mics and all that stuff. It's about all the nonprofits. And so this spotlight that you see over Scott's shoulder here, the spotlight is on all of the nonprofit organizations that make up these 500 plus, this collection of organizations. It's about all the people that Jerry and Scott and I have had a chance to speak to today. And it's about you guys watching at home that are making this massive number continue to climb on our screens and really breaking our Wi-Fi because the number keeps refreshing so quickly. So, Scott, congratulations on a great Big Give 2020. Thank you for your courage and continuing to press forward. I know that it's been a challenge I think that's probably the understatement of the year, both in pressing forward to actually make this happen and, balancing the emergency relief platform and also having the wisdom and the intuition to press forward and actually have the Big Give here in the middle of September. It means a lot to a lot of people, and I'm grateful to have the microphone here. But again, it's not about the two of us that you see on screen. It's about all of you guys that are listening and watching at home, who hopefully were able to make your lives a little happier and healthier and safer through some of the funds that have been raised on the Big Give platform today.
Yeah. And hopefully you all had some fun today. Took a little break from what's going on in the community, in the country, and in the world, and just had a little joy in giving back and seeing the stories that Chris and Jerry have brought to you all day from nonprofits. That's what it's all about. And Chris, thank you for everything. And Jerry and Mercedes behind the scenes, doing all of the tallies and the prize awards and all of that. So it's been a great day. We still have time. We have the match minute, and it closes off at midnight.
$15,000 to get
$15,000
among nonprofits. So we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to roll our little Dancing Pepper video, and we'll be back here in just a couple minutes with more from probably everybody. I'm going to invite everybody I know into this room here, even this guy.
I just want to say that I had antithetical on my bingo card. So I'm one away.
All right, it's Chris Strub signing off temporarily from San Antonio, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Mercedes just
going.
All right, well, don't distract me. I gotta.
What was that, Jerry?
It's
It's 11:13.
Louisville.
Louisville. Oh, man.
Louisville.
I hope that the viewers enjoyed my 5-minute soliloquy on the pronunciation of the word Louisville.
Well, you know what? I'm sure that if somebody goes there, they're going to be very happy.
Let's get down to business.
I'm working on it.
It's 11:13. We're coming up on the final match minute. We're actually calling this the Magic Minute. Now, for the 5th and final time today, if you're watching this live stream, do not wait for any of us here in the room to say 1, 2, 3, donate. Look at the clock on your phone, on your phone, your Fitbit, your Apple Watch, your iPad. I'm going to bring up the site here, Jerry.
Are there any giving days that you work that you go 1, 2, 3, donate?
Well,
is that like a thing?
Not with a promise of a match. I mean,
all right.
I think that 1, 2, 3, donate would be
What about without the promise of a match?
That would be a good motto for the Giving Day guy, though, right?
1, 2, 3, donate?
So let's get why not?
I think you should rebrand. Can you buy that URL? Can you buy that domain name?
So we are sure. So I'm going to zoom in again on my computer here, and we're going to watch as this number grows. Again, do not wait for us to say go. We're actually coming up on the minute now, but by the time you hear this live on the stream, the moment will have passed. We have $15,000 that will be distributed among the first however many. The first $15,000 worth of donations that come in will be matched up to, what is it, $50? $100 is the maximum donation. So you're going to watch this number roll by as we see 20,000 donors. Jerry is actually asking that I not interrupt him because he's firing for that magic minute as well. Is that right, Jerry?
Don't interrupt my flow here.
It's going. It's clicking. 4.70102 from over 20,000 donors. That's such an impressive number.
And it's flying.
It's moving. We're going. We're watching that number fly by. The gang's all here.
I mean, for 11:15 at night, that is impressive.
That's a pretty good
Clip right there.
Yeah.
We don't have Money Mercedes mic'd, but she just said, "Holy cow!"
She's a woman of deep thoughts.
Oh, come on.
I'm obsessed with watching
720, 38.
Oh, that was a big jump.
So ordinarily during these match minutes, I would say huge thank you to the sponsors. But this match minute, the Magic Minute, Jerry, was really sponsored by many of our donors from today.
Yeah.
Donors like you, Jerry.
I didn't. No, I'm not giving to that thing.
You did.
I did. All right, fine. Mercedes. I'm trying to. You totally ruined my street cred.
So Jerry, tell us where. Give us the lowdown on the Magic Minute. How did that function? Where did that $15,000 come from?
Well, a lot of it came from, I'd say probably half of it came from individual donors that tacked on a gift to their other gifts. Actually, and we did even have a few people, I think, that only donated to that, which was awesome. And then we also had a handful of supporters. A lot of them came from our BIG committee, which is our business influencers group. They're super cool. We had a lot of them. That. So, you it's like everything else with this day. You add up a bunch of money and then a bunch of, maybe what is not huge money in and of itself, and then you tally that up and pretty soon it looks like pretty huge money. Ooh, speaking of huge money, that's about we're almost $60,000 in the last.
Still rolling. We've got 42 plus minutes to go here as that number continues to climb. I need to consult my Big Give historians here. What's our record for the Big Give? Does Money Mercedes know that?
I know last year was 4.7.
So we're surpassing
We've
last year.
surpassed last year.
We've surpassed last year's number, which is humongous. So congratulations to all of you donors and nonprofits that are watching, listening at home. Jerry, that's a big deal. To raise more money in 2020 during this global pandemic that we're living through, to raise more money cumulatively than was raised in 2019, I think is a pretty significant accomplishment.
I don't hate it. You know
It's
what
like
I love?
That's
I
like the 12th time Jerry has deadpanned me, and I just break like crazy.
Chris just does these brilliant setups. I mean, he's just so good at it. And then I just shoot him down. No, it is. I mean,
Fly ball caught. It's a Major League 2 reference, if you didn't get it.
I think that we would have to say, from speaking for the nonprofit council, that we're more than happy to see this number on the screen, and I mean it's still going up fairly. I mean it's still moving along. So $4.766 million and 471 organizations. I mean, really, that means that there are a few organizations that didn't get donations. They still have some time to do that, but for the vast majority of those who, participating agencies got some financial support today.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make my donations here as soon as we end this stream, and I'd love to. I'm going to look at Scott, who's not mic'd right now, and ask him this question. I should have prepped him for this question. Is there a way to search on the site for the nonprofits that haven't received a donation yet? Off camera, Scott and Mercedes are looking at each other like,
the leaderboard and show all the organizations, and it'll show a list.
So if you're watching this late at night, or maybe it's early in the morning over in Paris, and you're like, ooh, the big give, take a look and maybe find a nonprofit. Again, there are 509 available on the site. There have been 471 that have received at least one donation today. Obviously, many organizations have received many more than one. But I always love at the end of the night finding those nonprofits that, maybe $20, $50 might really mean the world to them, as they haven't really received anything today. So there's another option for you if you're considering making a donation here, as we've blown past the fifth and final match minute of the Big Give 2020. Jerry, it's been a great day. I think we're close to signing off of YouTube here, and if you guys want to continue to tune in, I'm going to grab the reins here and maybe go live on Facebook in a little bit, but this will be the wrap-up of our live streams on the site. Jerry, what are we? What else can we say? I mean, this has been a pretty great day.
I'm pretty sure that I've said about all I am going to say.
All right, Jerry, why don't you...
Well, you told me to go look at the list of people that didn't get any donations, so that's what I'm doing. And then every time I go do something that you tell me to do, then you ask me some deep question, and then you give me crap about deadpanning you about it. So don't give me a task and then ask me a question. You have to do one or the other. Those are your two choices. This one or this one.
Celeste, if you're watching.
Oh, you're kidding, right? My wife has been in bed for like 2 hours.
Come get your man.
She sent me a picture of the dogs are all cuddled up with her. I'm gonna show this. This is funny.
I'm looking for a nod. Do we want to get...
There's my dog, Clyde. Do you see this? This is Clyde, and Clyde is on my pillow.
Other direction, Jerry. To your right. There. Yeah.
Clyde. Hi, Clyde.
There's Clyde.
Clyde says, Dad's not here. Get his pillow. That's what he says.
Well, Jerry.
Yes.
thank you so much for being patient with me throughout the day.
Right, except for that last 2 minutes.
Yeah, up until 11:20, things were going great. I'm just kidding.
And then the wheels came off.
We are going to wrap things up here on the biggivesa.org. We want to say thank you so much to everybody who's been watching. Again, I'm going to grab I'm going to have Jerry toss me the keys and maybe broadcast one more time live on our Facebook page, facebook.com/biggivesa. Because as wonderful as this day has been, Jerry, I want to see that 5 million mark.
It isn't over until midnight.
I want to see that 5 million mark. We hear Scott off mic here saying it's not over till midnight, and he's exactly right.
You want to know what I really love? I mean,
bread.
Deadpan one.
Got him. Yeet.
I have a whole bunch of words that I want to say to you, and none of them are appropriate for a live broadcast. Not a single one of them.
I finally got one on it.
I'm not even going to tell you now. I'm not even going to tell you.
High five.
I had a serious thing
No,
to say.
come
No,
on,
I'm
no.
not talking to you.
No, I see.
I'm breaking up with
I've
you.
been crying all day. Come on, Jerry. You get the whole camera to yourself. Here you go.
No, I want to show my screen. When you donate, there's a little pepper that pops up and says, "Thanks for donating."
Do you want to show your screen? You can show your scrreen.
Well, no, I want people to go donate so they can see it.
You can share your screen in the room.
No, I don't want it.
Okay.
You have to. I'm not showing it to you, otherwise you're not going to go donate.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the bonus at the end of this whole process. You get one last
Well, I'm going to go make my donations.
one last pepper.
We're going to sign off here. Thank you,
Done.
Jerry and Scott and Mercedes. And do you have any? Roll some. Say thank you to all the people.
Thank you, all you people.
Say it into the mic so you mean it. There you go.
Are you asking me to be serious again?
Yeah. Who do we need to say thank you to with all the streaming and stuff that we did today?
Well, we need to thank John and Game Day Media for sure. He came and spent the vast majority of his day here when he had a whole bunch of other stuff going on that he needed to take care of. So thank you, John. If there's anybody out there that needs any help producing live video, whether it's a Zoom call or an online conference or anything, I'm sure that John Largent at Game Day Media would love to hear from you. And yes, I'm giving him a shameless plug because he did all of that for free. And he showed up with a big bag of breakfast tacos, which ended up being breakfast and lunch because we were so busy we forgot to order lunch.
So that's John's name. That's not John on the screen now, but that's John's name, and that's Game Day Media if you want to Google that. So,
Game Day Media.
Jerry, I want to say thank you to Larissa from GiveGab for holding everything together from the Ithaca headquarters. Again, it's not really a big give without Larissa from GiveGab being here, but Larissa really has been a huge help, not just with the live streaming stuff, but obviously she's in constant communication.
Well, yeah, literally without her, we would be dead in the water.
Everyone from GiveGab is awesome, and especially Larissa, we want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of the guests that we've had throughout the day.
Yep.
We've got the sheets here, like
we had
cheat sheets, like
35 live guests today.
Yeah.
And we've been on air for, I don't know how many, that's a lot of numbers. Mercedes, how long have we been on the air? Since 8 a.m. Is that 15 and a half hours?
Mercedes is like, since 8 a.m., so wrap it up.
So I'm ready to go home.
Don't stop donating. One last thank you to all of our sponsors as well, many of whom you met today on the live streams, without whom the Big Give would not be possible. If you want to sponsor the Big Give 2021, Jerry, the last thing I want you to do, I know you broke the news softly with Spurs Jesus before. Tell the people watching at home when they can anticipate, because I think we're breaking this news now. The Big Give 2021
is September 23rd. September 23rd of 2021. And I'm really hoping that by then we can have everybody here in person and not that we didn't do it right this time. I think we did just about as good as we could with what we had to work with, but No matter what you do in a virtual world, is not the same as having people there in person. So we will be full steam ahead for an all hands on deck in person big give on September 23rd of 2021.
Jerry, I'll give you the last word, and we'll say good night. We'll see
23rd.
you on. Oh, jeez. Hi.
Don't believe that graphic.
Don't believe that graphic.
News, folks. Can't believe everything you read. There we go.
There's the correct one. We'll see you September 23rd, 2021. Signing off from San Antonio. It's Chris Strub, the Giving Day guy, and Jerry Moore. We'll see you on Facebook in a couple minutes.
I'll see you on Facebook.